Hey everyone, this is Mike Jones with my round 3 from Friday Night Magic, Friday, May the 24th, our Return to Ravnica block draft. My opponent in this round is Rio. He was sitting in seat 3, I'm sitting in seat 4, so he was passing to me. Open up with a bunch of lands, mostly looks like a 1 mountain, 4 swamps, a street spasm. Anyway, so I won the die roll. I'm going to go first. This match turns out to be karma for the play mistake I made last match, I think. You'll see in a minute. Alright, so he leads off with the 0/5 Defender Wall for 2 mana. So he's blue-white so far. I'm just dropping mana. I haven't got anything to play yet. He drops an Axebane Guardian on turn 3, so he's got 2 defenders now. He's making lots of mana. I got 4. I'm going to drop Carnage Gladiator. First time I get to see this draft. So I don't mind attacking into those defenders at all. I'm going to do 1, but then he drops the Wolf Rider. That's a little more difficult. So the Armored Wolf Rider, that's the 4/6 that for 5 mana. Hard to deal with. There's not a lot that does 6 damage in this format, so I don't really want to attack into that because I'm going to have to regenerate all the time. So here I'm looking at pulled mark for death. Not that exciting, but here is a huge misplay. Misplay number 1. There's a whole bunch of them. So I mark for death his Axebane Guardian. So you must block my Carnage Gladiator. And I go to swing in, and he goes, "Can't I just tap it to add mana?" And I go, "Yeah." So he takes 4. Oops, just wasted a card. I think the peanut gallery that was watching was laughing at me pretty hard right there. Anyway, so we have a good chuckle about that. Now he's going to swing back at me for 4, since I have no blockers now. So I should have just blocked there and regenerated my dude. It would have lost 1 life instead of 4. You still would have been at 20. Oh well. Live and learn. So he pays 3 mana and drops a Drakewing Crisis. He goes, I can block that Carnage Gladiator with a Murmuring Phantasm, no problem. So I'm just drawing lots of lands here. So far I've got 6 lands and a Street Spasm in my hand. Gonna get in there. So he blocks, he loses 1 life. He should go down to 15 there. Because the Carnage Gladiator's ability, whenever somebody blocks, they lose 1. Again, I should have been saving the Carnage Gladiator to block his Wolf Rider, but so the Drakewing Crisis is a 3/1 flyer, so he's going to come in and hit me for 7. That's going to put me down to 9. And he drops a Scab Clan Charger. That's the 2/4. I pick up an Augur Spree here. So I'm still thinking that my Street Spasm is 2 red and X to deal X to all creatures without flying that my opponents control, instead of 2 red and 2X. So that's what's going through my head right now and why I make the mistakes I make here. So the Flyer's not going to get killed by the Street Spasm. I'm not going to be able to Street Spasm and Augur Spree next turn. So here I just pass the turn back, I believe. I'll hold up the regeneration mana so I can block something with the Carnage Gladiator, prevent some damage. Nope, I Augur Spree on my turn. Just kind of a waste. Anyway, so that gets rid of the Drakewing Crisis, so I'm not going to take that damage at least. It really doesn't matter. I still have the regeneration mana up. For my creature, so he swings here. Here's play mistake number 2. So instead of blocking the Scab Clan Charger and killing it, and taking 4 damage, I decide to block the Armored Wolf Rider and take 2 damage. Yeah, like you see, I'm trying to decide which one, and I make the wrong choice. And I regenerate my dude. So I take 3 damage here because of 1 from the Carnage Gladiator again. And now he's counting his mana. He has 4 lands and the Axebane, so that's 6. He's going to drop Courser's Accord, which puts 2 3/3 Centaur tokens into play. I'm going, haha! I'm going to wipe his board here. Watch this. Pick up my Xava the Blood Witch. Drop my Mountain. Think about this for a while. Still not reading Street Spasm correctly. And attempt to Street Spasm for 6. And then my helpful son looks over and goes, "Hey Dad, that's not how that card works. You can't cheat like that." He says, "It's 2 red and 2X. Thank you, Callahan, for pointing that out. Anyway, I decided to do it anyway. So I'm, instead of doing 6 damage to all his creatures and wiping his board, I'm just doing 3 damage, which takes out the Axebane Guardian, which was giving him a lot of mana. It takes out the 2/3/3 Centaur tokens. So it's still probably worth doing. I mean, if I had been wiser with my blocks earlier, I think I probably would have blocked the Carnage Gladiator and Street Spasmed it earlier. Maybe then been able to get in with, and then blocked the Scab Clan Charger. Yeah, who knows what the game would have looked like if I had not made the Mark for Death and the Street Spasm. Play mistakes there as badly as I did. So here I decided to block that one. He casts the the ready side of Ready and Willing, so his guys are unblockable, and I just go, okay, that's time to scoop. I lose game 1. Alright, so I decided to board out the Perilous Shadow and put in the Lava Group. Not sure why I did that. I don't think that was a particularly good sideboard maneuver. Perilous Shadow would have been much better than, let's say, Mark for Death in this matchup. Since he's not got a lot of creatures that have low toughness that I'm going to want to take out. I mean, one can make the argument. I use Mark for Death again in this match. Anyway, I had a 2-land hand here, 2 swamps, and all my spells in my hand were red. So I mulligan that and draw 6. And he also mulligans down to 6, so it's pretty fair. I'll put my shoulder in the way so you can't see. Alright, this is a little bit better. I've got 3 lands, it looks like. Pursuit of Flight and Grisly Spectacle. And I don't know what that other card there is. He drops a Orzhov Guildgate. I pass the turn back. Oh, that's Spawn of Rixmati. That's what that is. So not a fast start. He drops the Extort Bear. Syndicate Enforcer. No, Syndic Enforcer. I don't remember. Anyway, he gets in for 2. I draw Rakdos Keyrune. I have enough mana to put down that Maka I drew last turn, so that's at least going to block the Enforcer there. My 3/3. So he swings into it anyway. I block. Yeah, I should have known he's got a trick. He blood rushes the Scab Clan Charger onto that. That's a pretty good trade. His 2/4 for my 3/3. Here I draw the Mark for Death. I'm going to drop the Keyrune here. Should be keeping a play mistake counter on the side here. He'll do that next time. Anyway, he gets in for 2 again. I got no blockers. And then he drops the Armored Wolf Rider again. That thing is so good. It's 4/6 for 5 mana. It's just hard to deal with. It's just so big. Like my Cobble Brute? No, that's not going to do it. So basically, I got to keep Grisly Spectacle mana up so that I can deal with that creature. Like my Spawn of Rixmati, that's not going to... I mean, I could unleash it and then trade if he decides to block, but he's probably just going to race me since he's ahead at this point. Anyway, so I Grisly Spectacle that. He mills 4 and takes 2, but I take 2 damage. Now I'm down to 14. I get rid of some blue sources that he was hunting for, apparently. And then he pays 6 to make Courser's Accord, or to play Courser's Accord. So it makes 2 3/3 Centaur tokens. His side of the board is looking significantly better than my side of the board, although I do have the Keyrune out there, so... And now I have 6 mana available. So I'm looking at my options here. Again, I don't think this was necessarily the premium play here. I decided to drop down a Cobble Brute and then put the Pursuit of Flight on him because he's going to be able to block those Centaur tokens. He untaps, and is that another Wolf Rider? And he extorts me for one there. That just hardly seems fair. So I draw the Blood Witch again. So I've got Spawn and Blood Witch. You know, that would be a nice combo. My 4/4 first strike attacker and then a 6/4 haste dude. But I'm losing the race right now, and he has that 4/6 down. So attacking into that with the Blood Witch doesn't seem all that intelligent. Alright, so I'm just going to drop the Blood Witch here. Not unleash her so that she can block one of those Centaur tokens. And I leave up the mana. Oh no, I do not leave up the mana to activate the key rune there. Anyway, here's another play my stake, I think. So he drops Steeple Rock and extorts me again. That's the 3/1 flyer with first strike. So I draw some more land. And here's play mistake number 3, I guess, or 4, if you're keeping track. Comment and let me know. I was getting a lot of ribbing on this game. I don't know, Rio's a good player. He's one of the younger players in the store. He's a lot of fun. He really enjoys the game. It's fun to watch. So I mark for death his Extort Bear, attack into it with the Blood Witch, make him block just to get rid of the extort stuff. That was a waste. Now he's got this huge board. I've got one blocker, so he's going to be able to come back at me for a huge amount of damage when I should have been able to just take 3 and or maybe even 6 if he blocks and had favorable blocks. No, I would have been taking 3 because I could have activated my key rune and blocked 1 Centaur, 2 Centaurs, and thing. It would have been a really favorable blocking situation for me. Here I forget about my key rune, and for some reason I don't block the Wolf Rider. I block one of the Centaur tokens, I guess because my Cobble Brute lives, then I can block again next turn. But I'm taking 10 damage here, and he's got a 3/1 flyer on the board, so huge play mistake. Should have, I noticed it right here after combat's already over, that I could have promoted my key rune and blocked one of the tokens. Wait, no, I didn't do it. Oh well. He drops the defender wall, the 0/5, so not that I care too much. I've got the Spawn in my hand. I think I have enough mana now. I think I just drew land there, so I have enough mana to cast that. But the game's basically over at this point. I should have seen it. He's got a 3/1 flyer. I don't have any islands to make my Pursuit of Flight guy fly, and no clue stone, so I'm not going to be able to block his flyer. I cast the Spawn Unleashed, and Rio says, "Do you have any flyers?" And I go, "No," and that's the game. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my videos, and I'll hopefully have a better round 3 next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.